My name is Jacob Tobiah, and I want you to know that you have a point. You have a purpose in life and a voice that should be and will be heard. Now, I want to tell you a story about my life. I grew up in Raleigh, North Carolina, which is a fairly progressive southern city, a place where there is a thriving gay community and a lot of stuff going on all the time. And while my home city was pretty progressive, the church that I grew up in wasn't always so much. Now, it wasn't, a Southern Baptist church or anything quite that bad, where they tried to kick me out of the church for it, but it was a place where they weren't comfortable affirming my identity in the way that I felt they should. It was like they said to me, "We love you and you grew up here, and you're wonderful, but we don't really want to talk about that part of you. We just would appreciate if you'd keep that part of you quiet." And I knew that that was really hurtful for a lot of people, and that silence led to so much in this world that was terrible for people who are gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgender. That not loving a whole person leads them to feel isolated, it leaves them feeling alone, and it leaves them feeling unloved because you can't love part of someone. But I saw that there was a problem there. I saw that my church wasn't as affirming as it could be, and so I did something about it. I raised my voice. In the Methodist Church, there's something called annual conference, where over 2,000 clergy people and lay people get together at a conference statewide to talk about issues that are facing the church. And at annual conference, they pass resolutions saying how the church feels about certain things. I proposed a resolution at annual conference in honor of Lawrence King, an 8th grader from Oxnard, California, who was murdered by one of his classmates because he asked him to be his Valentine. His classmate came in the next day and shot him. It's a very sad story. It's a tragic story. And it's one that should have been heard, and one that I knew needed to be heard. So I passed a resolution in honor of Lawrence King, and in honor of anti-bullying and anti-discrimination efforts for people who are lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender. I didn't really know what I was getting myself into at the time, but I quickly found out. You see, when you write a resolution at the annual conference, you have to get up in front of everyone, in front of 2,000 people, and address it. So I got up in front of 2,000 people in the Methodist Church and said to them, "I'm gay, I'm a Christian, and you should love me. You should love everyone like me. No one deserves to be bullied, and no one deserves to be harassed, and no one deserves to be discriminated against." And that's a message that we can all get behind. After I made the speech in favor of the resolution, I wasn't sure if it was going to pass. I wasn't sure what was going to happen. But you know what? It did. The resolution passed. The North Carolina Methodist Church got behind anti-gay bullying and anti-gay discrimination efforts. They got behind that. They said, no, you can't discriminate against people who are gay, lesbian, or bisexual, or transgender. You can't bully kids just for their sexual orientation or gender identity. And you want to know why they did that? They did that because I had a point, and I made my voice heard. And that's what I want you to know, that you have a point. You have something to say. If you see something wrong with the world, if you see that people aren't being LGBT affirming, if you feel unloved, say something, speak up about it. Tell people that they should love everyone regardless of sexual orientation and gender identity. Tell them that you are gay or lesbian or bisexual or transgender and that you deserve to be loved and treated just the same as everyone else. Now I'm at Duke University. Things are going great there, and I'm having a wonderful time. As I'm gay, but as you can see, I'm also pretty queer. I mean, I'm wearing lipstick right now, and I have this glittery nail polish that I love so much. Because that's who I am, and that's how I'm comfortable, and that's how I express my gender identity. But I wouldn't be able to be the person I am today. I wouldn't be able to express this side of myself if I had never stood up, if I had never made my voice heard. So know that you have a point. You have a point. So say it.